Hello everyone, welcome back. So this time we're going to be building our own for loop. We're going to do this through several examples where you fix or edit or add to different for loops, just to give you an idea of what each element is doing. So with that, let's start. Example 1, you threw me for a loop. So we have a list in here. You see that it's around and around we go, 5 strings. And it looks like it's doing pretty good here. For word in my list, print word. So let's run it and see what happens. Indentation error, expected in indented block. Now this is the thing I was telling you about earlier. Remember, for a for loop, for Python to know what's inside of that, it has to be indented. Now as you can see, nothing was indented here, and so Python's looking and saying, there's nothing in this for loop. This line right here probably should have been indented. And so it tells you that with an indentation error. So if I then indent this in, just hit the tab key, and I run it again, you can see it works. Around and around we go. Each loop, it prints out the next word. And as you can see, I'm printing word. That's my dummy or looping variable. And every single loop, it changes from the first to the second to the third to the fourth to the fifth elements. Just remember, Python is base 0, so this is technically the 0th element. Just know that in your head when I say first, second, third. Okay, keep on going. Example 2, loop out! Okay, I enjoy the puns. Okay, maybe you don't, but give me feedback if you don't like them. Change the name of the looping variable in this for loop to match the variable being added to the total costs. Okay, so let's look at our function. Let's just run it and see what happens, because maybe it's good. Maybe I messed up. Nope, there's an error. And it says name error. Name cost is not defined. And if we look here, right here on line 5, it says my code. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's a variable called cost. And I have never defined that before. So Python doesn't know what it is. It's just like you typed cost. Did you mean cost? So we have to figure out how to fix this. Now I tell you what to do in the example text, but I'm just going through these errors as well, so you'll see them, you'll know what they mean, you'll be able to go forward from there. So cost. Right here, my dummy variable is I. So if I wanted to, I gotta change cost to I or I to cost. I'm gonna do what the thing said to do. I'm gonna change it to cost. So if I do this, then cost is now my dummy variable. So every single step, it's going to add together. It's going to add cost to our total costs. As a little note, you see this little plus equal sign? That is the same as rewriting out total cost is equal to total cost plus cost. It's a way of updating your variables. So I'm just adding something to the variable saying, okay, I had a variable named total cost. I want to add whatever the cost is to it. And then save it again as total cost. You can do that. Okay, so we'll run this again. 1701. All this did was just add up all these numbers right here, which is great. I could have also done this. Oh, I forgot about that. Oh, you can't use that. That should have worked, I thought, but that's life. Oh, I put total cost here. I meant to put expenses. That's what went wrong. You can't take the sum of one item. There we go. Okay, I wasn't crazy, just made a mistake. So, with that, you can see various ways of fixing our for loops. Now I'm going to stop here, but what I want you to remember is, 1, you have to be indented. The lines after your for loop, any line that's supposed to be inside that loop, any line that's supposed to repeat must be indented at 1 tab more than your for loop. Sometimes you'll have multiple for loops and multiple indentation, but at least 1 tab. Second thing is make sure that you use a dummy variable that makes sense. And if you're using it inside your for loop, you gotta make sure that it's named properly. Okay, so we'll stop there, and I'll see all of you next time. Bye-bye.